Today on The Rational Rancher, we're going to be talking about weaning a little more. One of our previous videos we did was showing our weaning, fence line weaning process. And then we have people asking, why do you do that? That's so cruel, taking them away from their mothers.
And there even was a heated debate on Facebook about if you should even wean your calves. So today, we're going to be addressing those issues here on the ranch.
We weaned about 4 days ago, and
you could see these calves are they're just a mess.
They look so stressed.
They look so stressed and so unhappy. So 4 days of fence line weaning. Their moms, you can't even see their moms. They're up over the hill. They can come down here if they want, but they just don't really care anymore. And these calves are perfectly happy and content. One of the big issues in the grass-fed community, which we are a part of, we do all grass-fed here on the ranch, is the idea that you don't ever have to wean your calves, that a good mama cow will naturally wean her calf. Ranchering wife, what do you say about that?
That can be true.
It can be true, yes. But
not all.
But not all. And tell us your analogy you had.
I was just saying, as a mother, when I fed my babies when they were tiny, they grow up breastfeeding, and then if I have another baby, if I don't wean that first one, it's still going to want to feed, and then I don't have enough milk for my new baby.
That has been our experience. We are first generational ranchers, and there was a time where we were influenced to try not to wean. And at that time we had 100 head of mama cows. And I remember being all excited, oh, it's gonna be so easy now, we don't have to wean, we're just gonna let the moms naturally wean. And that following spring, when those moms had their next set of babies, there was a few that kicked the old baby off and only took care of the new, but there was a lot more that tried to nurse the 700-pound calf and the newborn 60-pound calf. And what do you think happens? That 700-pound calf turns into a bully to his new brother or sister and just knocks him out of the way. And so we had an emergency, and we had to quick separate all the cows, and it was just an ordeal.
And not only that, they'll nurse off of whoever will let them.
Yep.
And they're taking and stealing milk from everybody.
So we don't fault that mama cow for taking care of all her babies.
No.
That's not her fault. We want a good mama cow, and we raise South Poles, and they're known for being good mama cows. And so that's not a character flaw in a cow to nurse both calves. The next part of this is, we'll show a picture of it. There is a medieval torture device that some ranchers are recommending, and I can honestly say it's cruel and unusual punishment to the cow and the calf. So the idea is you put this torture device in the calf's nose, and when it goes to nurse on its mom, it's gonna basically torture its mom into kicking it and making it not nurse anymore because it's hurting the mother with all the spikes on the nose ring.
Because if you've ever seen a baby calf nurse on its mother, it actually headbutts it as hard as it can to get that milk to come down.
Yep.
So if there's a spike in its face and it's headbutting that udder, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, we've even heard stories of cows not letting any calves after that process nurse again on them because the traumatic experience it was being jabbed by a calf. We don't recommend those at all. What we do recommend is
fence line weaning.
Yep. Fence line weaning. These calves, this pen is 100 feet by 50 feet. It has steel pipe fence, and the moms can come right down to these babies, and they do a couple times a day. They lick them, they talk to them, and then the moms leave.
Right now they're up at the top of that hill eating.
Yep.
So they've finally decided it's okay to leave.
And it takes about 2 days, and then everybody calms down, and the moms come check on their babies, and they'll do that for about another week. And then everybody's happy. The babies have their own set of hay, and we'll start rotating them in new pastures, and the moms can just relax and work on growing the baby inside of their belly and not worry about these babies anymore. So for what it's worth, that's our thought process on weaning and why we wean. And we do feel like it's very important to wean, and that's why we do it. Any other words of wisdom, beautiful?
Nope. Got nothing.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our talk and looking at our calves. Have a great day. Bye.